U.S. Navy operates some of the most capable mine countermeasures assets in the world. New technology and classified development programs make it possible to destroy mines. Modernized over decades and nearly invisible to ordinary ships without risking either equipment or human lives. American forces are clearing the Strait of Hormuz under combat conditions. Mine warfare has been the central threat to Allied shipping since the opening days of the campaign. Iran's stockpile is estimated at 3,000 to 6,000 sea mines. Moored contact, bottom influence, and a limited number of Russian-made rocket-propelled rising mines. Some were laid by Iranian fast boats in the first 72 hours of hostilities. Others were dropped from civilian dhows operating along the Iranian coast. Clearing them is the precondition for tanker traffic to resume and for Fifth Fleet warships to operate freely east of the Hormuz choke point. Mine clearance in 2026 is not a single platform's job. It is a layered effort built around 4 assets: Avenger-class minesweepers, Independence-class littoral combat ships, MH-53E Sea Dragon helicopters, and unmanned underwater vehicles. Each handles a different category of threat. Each depends on the others. Avenger-class mine countermeasures ships, the Fifth Fleet's mine warfare backbone, consists of 4 Avenger-class ships, forward deployed to naval support activity Bahrain: USS Gladiator, USS Devastator, USS Sentry, and USS Dexterous. Each is 224 feet long and displaces roughly 1,300 tons. Their hulls are wooden frames sheathed in fiberglass, non-magnetic by design to avoid triggering magnetic influence mines beneath the keel. Each Avenger carries an AN/SQQ-32 variable depth mine hunting sonar. The sonar body is lowered into the water on a cable, allowing operators to scan below thermoclines that would block a hull-mounted system. Once a mine-like contact is detected, the ship deploys an SLQ-48 mine neutralization vehicle, a tethered, remotely operated vehicle that approaches the mine, identifies it via low-light camera, and places a small explosive charge to destroy it. These ships are slow, narrow, and unarmored. They depend on standoff weapons and escort vessels for protection. Their value is precision. They can clear a lane to within meters. Independence-class LCS with the MCM mission package. The Avengers are aging. The Navy has begun rotating Independence-class littoral combat ships fitted with the mine countermeasures mission package into Fifth Fleet operations. USS Tulsa and USS Charleston have both deployed to Bahrain in 2026. The MCM package is modular. It includes the AN/AQS-20C towed sonar, AN/AES-1 airborne laser mine detection pods, the Knifefish unmanned underwater vehicle, the AMNS airborne mine neutralization system, and an MH-60S Seahawk to operate the airborne components. The LCS hull is aluminum and steel, magnetic, so the ship itself does not enter the minefield. It functions as a mothership. Sensors and effectors go forward, the ship stays back. MH-53E Sea Dragon helicopter. The Sea Dragon is the largest helicopter in U.S. military service. Its maximum takeoff weight is 73,500 pounds. It is powered by 3 General Electric T64 turboshaft engines, producing 4,750 shaft horsepower each. The airframe was built around a single requirement: the ability to tow heavy mine clearance equipment for hours over open water. The Sea Dragons working over Hormuz operate from Bahrain. They tow 3 different systems behind them, each addressing a different mine category. MK-105, Magnetic Minesweeping Sled. This is the critical system against bottom-laid magnetic mines, which make up the largest share of Iran's modern inventory. The MK-105 is a hydrofoil sled, roughly 22 feet long, with foils that lift the body partially out of the water at towing speed to reduce drag. It is connected to the Sea Dragon by a tow cable several hundred feet long. The helicopter flies above and ahead of the sled. Inside the sled is a gas turbine engine, a Rolls-Royce 250 derivative driving a generator. The generator feeds high current into a pair of buoyant electrode arrays that trail behind the sled in the water. The electrodes complete an electrical circuit through the seawater itself. That current produces a powerful magnetic field underneath and around the sled. The field is calibrated to mimic the magnetic signature of a steel-hulled warship or merchant tanker. A bottom magnetic mine sitting on the seafloor reads the passing field, classifies it as a valid target, and detonates. The explosion happens hundreds of feet behind the sled and far below the helicopter. The aircrew never enters the kill zone of the mine. The Mk-105 sweeps at 25 knots and clears a path roughly 600 feet wide on each pass. A single Sea Dragon can cover over 100 square miles of water in a continuous mission. Multiple sleds operating in parallel formations widen the cleared lane faster. The AN/AQS-24 is a towed sonar with high-resolution side scan capability. It does not destroy mines, it maps them. The Sea Dragon flies survey patterns over a designated lane, while the AQS-24 trails behind. The data is uplinked to the LCS or the Avenger handling the operation. Crews then dispatch neutralization assets to the recorded coordinates. Unmanned underwater vehicles do the work that is too dangerous for ships and too detailed for helicopters. 3 platforms are operating in Hormuz in 2026. The Knifefish is a 5.8-meter UUV launched from the LCS. It runs autonomously on a pre-programmed search pattern using inertial navigation and acoustic positioning. Its primary sensor is a low-frequency broadband synthetic aperture sonar. Synthetic aperture means the sonar effectively builds a high-resolution image by combining returns gathered along the vehicle's entire track, rather than from a single ping. Knifefish can detect mines buried in seafloor sediment, a category that conventional side-scan sonars routinely miss. Mission endurance is 16 hours. After completion, the vehicle returns to a launch point and is recovered. The Mark 18 Mod 1 Swordfish is a smaller UUV based on the Remus 100 platform, 1.6 meters long, designed for shallow water search. It carries side-scan sonar and operates in pairs. Each unit runs 8-hour missions and is recovered by small boat. The Mark 18 Mod 2 Kingfish is based on the Remus 600, 3.25 meters, deeper water capable, longer endurance. Both Mod 1 and Mod 2 operate from forward bases in Bahrain and from LCS hangars. UUVs do not destroy mines. They locate and classify them. Once a contact is confirmed, a manned platform, Avenger NNV, MH-60S, with AMNS, or EOD divers handles the kill. The Operation Mine Clearance in Hormuz proceeds in phases. UUVs survey first, mapping minefields without exposing manned assets to risk. Helicopters then sweep magnetic and contact mines along surveyed lanes. Avengers and LCS conduct detailed neutralization of remaining contacts. Escort destroyers screen the entire force against Iranian fastboats and shore-based anti-ship missiles. The pace is measured in days per miles, not hours. The strait remains contested.